Hey e-commerce marketing podcast listener, do you want to get discounts to top online marketing tools? We have worked hard to get discounts to tools such as OSI Affiliate, SellHack, Ninja Outreach, FreshBooks, and so much more. You can get these discounts by visiting getosi.com/discounts or by texting getosi to 33444. These tools will help you get more traffic, sales, and conversions for your online store. Get the discounts right now by visiting getosi.com/discounts or by texting getosi to 33444. Welcome to the e-commerce marketing podcast. Today's guest is Dylan Kelly, and Dylan is the founder of Wavebreak, where he helps e-commerce stores drive and grow sales with email marketing. Welcome to the podcast, Dylan.
Thanks for having me, Robert.
Thanks for being on the podcast. Today we'll be talking about email marketing and automation and marketing automation. But before we get into it, why don't we dive into your background? Let us know how you got into email marketing and how you started Wavebreak.
Yeah, so I've spent basically my whole career in e-commerce, and last year I was doing conversion rate optimization for online stores. I saw a lot of value in making more money from your existing audience without having to spend more money on ads or rank higher in search engines. And so I was doing conversion rate optimization, and for one client, an awesome client who's doing really well right now, and they were on Shark Tank a few months ago, I was building and optimizing their Facebook ads landing pages. And as I was doing this, they stopped being able to afford to send traffic to their landing pages. Basically what happened was bigger brands with bigger ad spends came in, and this marketing channel for them, it just got way too expensive, and it just dried up almost overnight. And so I started hearing similar stories over and over again, marketing channels just drying up and almost killing businesses or actually killing them. And I knew there had to be a better way to consistently get sales. And that's when I discovered the power of email marketing and how it's the most profitable and most powerful way to grow your e-commerce business. And that's how I got to where I am today.
Okay. And why is email marketing important? Why is it that successful and efficient in driving growth and sales? Yeah,
so like I was saying, in a world where you have marketing channels that can dry up overnight and Facebook ads are getting more expensive and Instagram's new update has made organic growth impossible and Google changes their algorithms every other week, what survived the last 2 decades is email. And it's actually still 40 times more effective at acquiring customers than Facebook. And it has the highest return on investment out of every other marketing channel.
Okay. And so there's email marketing and then there's email automation. Is it the same? Is it different?
Yeah, that's a great question. So within email marketing, there's 2 parts. The first part is the email automation. So these are emails that send automatically based on customer behavior. And then the other side are your manual broadcasts. Those are your weekly newsletter or your emails where you're just reaching out to your entire list. Whereas the automated emails are basically a series of targeted emails that send when triggered by customer behavior.
Okay. And so what's the thinking behind automating your emails? Why do e-commerce businesses need email automation?
Yeah, so as a e-commerce business owner or marketer, you have a lot on your plate, and it's stressful, and especially with the holidays coming up, you've got a lot going on. And with email automation, you can increase your sales by 10 to 20% in your sleep because you have a system that's running on autopilot for you. So you create this series of targeted emails that send based on customer behavior, and then your customers get the right message at the right time, and you don't even have to lift a finger.
Okay, so I think you've done a great job explaining and giving us an overview of why email marketing is important and why email automation is important. So why don't we dive into how to set up email automation for businesses? And the first question I have about that is, what type of software should you use to automate your emails?
Yeah, so there's lots of software, especially for email marketing. It seems like a new provider pops up every day. But my personal favorite email marketing software is Klaviyo. And it's just got an awesome Shopify integration, and it was built for e-commerce marketing automation. So it's like fully featured, awesome platform, and it's hard to do better than that. But if you are on a budget or you're already using MailChimp, that's still a great option, and you can do all sorts of automations, and their platform has really come a long way for e-commerce and email automation recently, I've been noticing. So I guess the answer is Klaviyo if you can afford it, but MailChimp works too.
Okay. And you already got the software. You've shopped around. You've looked at HubSpot. You've looked at ActiveCampaign, Campaign Monitor, Klaviyo, MailChimp, and you're ready to start your email marketing. What automated email sequences should you be setting up? So walk us through the step by step or the how to, setting up your automated sequences.
Yeah, you can go crazy with automations. Like 5 to 7 is a good number, but today, since our time's a little limited, I'm just going to focus on like the top 3. So these are the top 3 that will get you the best results the fastest. And these are my personal favorite. And these are abandoned cart emails, which hopefully you already have some sort of abandoned cart emails implemented, a customer win-back series, which is sometimes called a re-engagement series, and then a repeat customer series. So those are like my favorite 3, and that's what I can dive into today.
Okay, so yeah, why don't we just dive into each one of them quickly, and you can just let us know how you set it up, how often you send it, etc.
So yeah, let's start with the abandoned cart emails. So hopefully you already have some sort of abandoned cart emails, like crazy number of people abandon their carts, and you can rescue I think 10 to 50% with a sequence like this. So basically how they work: someone visits your store, they add something to their cart, they don't buy. You're going to send them an email so that they do make a purchase. So here's the sequence I like to use. Usually about 3 to 4 hours after they abandon their cart, I like to send a reminder email that basically says, hey, you forgot this. Here it is. Here's the link to check out. Mm-hmm. Super simple. A lot of people they speed things up and they right away say, oh, here's 10% off. And that's too fast. So usually I wait. If they don't buy, I follow up a day later with a similar email. Once again, not offering a discount, just like, hey, you left this in your cart yesterday. Just want to make sure you didn't forget it. And then the day after that, the third day, that's when I'll send an email offering a discount. And it's not a big discount. It might be 10% off or free shipping, but it's a small discount, and that will recover about 10 to 50% of your abandoned carts.
Now, quick question about that. Is the shopping cart, let's say you're using Shopify or you're using WooCommerce, is Klaviyo integrated with them so that it knows when a customer abandoned their shopping cart? And if not, do you need like an API integration to be able to share this information and keep track?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I love Klaviyo. Like, its Shopify integration is so spot on. Like, you can set triggers that are like so deep into like customer actions that this is all automatically triggered. Like, all you have to do is set up Klaviyo, go into your software, set these emails up, and you don't have to worry about integrating any APIs or anything like that. It's just you plug and play basically. Okay. So that was the abandoned cart series. The next one, what was the next one? This is the customer win-back, or sometimes it's called the re-engagement series. Okay, and what's the situation? What's the scenario in this situation? Yeah, so this is for someone who hasn't made a purchase in a while, and we're going to reach out to them to get them to buy again. Okay. So the basic framework I like to use is a couple months since their last purchase, I send out an email letting them know, hey, we missed you. And then I send them a small discount, just like the abandoned cart discount. This is a small one. It might be free shipping, 5 to 10% off. Small discount that's not going to hurt you, but at the same time, it's going to give you a little bump in sales. So a week after that, if they haven't taken action yet, I'll email them a big discount that they can't refuse. So this might be 20 to 30% off, or maybe 40%, depending on how much a customer is worth to you. And a week after that, if they still haven't made a purchase, even with the big discount, then I'll send them an email that basically says, hey, if you don't make a purchase, I'm going to delete you from this VIP email list. And that'll get some people, but still some people still aren't going to have made a purchase at this point. So a week after that, this is the fourth email, I email them and I let them know, hey, you've been unsubscribed from this list. And then one last time, here's this crazy offer. This is your last chance to get in on it. If you get in on it, we'll add you back to the VIP list. If not, this is the end of our relationship.
Okay. Do you intentionally use the VIP list as a formal type of trigger? The fact that it's VIP, they don't want to miss out. They'll always want to be subscribed to this list because then they know they're getting good deals.
Exactly, especially with the big discount where they're like, whoa, if they've been following you for a while or they've made a purchase before, they know that this is an unusual discount and they're like, ooh, I don't want to miss out. Like, even if I buy something that I don't really need, I'm still going to make a purchase. And they still are a VIP because your VIP customers are the people who have bought from you before, right?
Yeah. And before we get to the last series, with all these 3 series, is it hard to manage all of this and keep track of all of that? I know you said it's automated, but just to get it going and keeping track of it, how easy is it? And if you're using Klaviyo or any other marketing automation system out there, do they send you reminders just to make it easier for you to remember, hey, I need to send out this email? Or it's just keeping track of where your customers are and making sure that they're getting the right emails at the right time?
Yeah, how it works is like basically all you have to do is go in and put in the work in the beginning and get this set up. And after that, it'll just work on autopilot for you. So anytime you have a customer who is, let's say, 90 days old, they're going to get this customer win-back series sent to them automatically. If they don't make a purchase, they'll keep getting the next emails, and you can even set it up so they're automatically unsubscribed from the list if they still don't make a purchase. So aside from setting it up, and depending on how big your business is and how much you want to test things, really all you have to do is get it rolling, and that's it. It's hands off.
Okay, so when you are testing, so basically once you set it up, the only amount of work that's going to be left is you optimizing it to make sure that you're getting the right goals that you're going after. So you're optimizing it and testing it. And that should be, it's not going to be as much, but that's going to be the only work that's required. Just optimization and making it better. And there's nothing else involved. It shouldn't be overwhelming.
Yeah, not at all. Besides setting it up, you don't even have to test it if you want. Like, just getting it up is usually enough to see a uptick in revenue.
Okay. And what's the last series that you usually use and is one of your favorites?
Yeah, so that's the repeat customer email series. So this turns your repeat customers into your biggest spenders. And what you're trying to do here is get them to, these people already trust you, right? And they value your products. So it's basically easy money. So here's what that might look like. So after one of your past customers makes another purchase, email them and remind them why your brand is the best. And then after they receive their order, ask them if they got it, and then just ask them for a review. Like, hey, so you got your product. You're one of our favorite customers. I was just wondering your feedback. Like, what do you think? And then have a link for a review. Then a few days later, send over an upsell to a related product. And this is when it gets kind of advanced. You throw in a time-sensitive bonus or discount, and that's when you see the upsells really start to go up. So when the time-sensitive discount is about to run out, that's when you send a last chance email. You get that FOMO that we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. And that's how you get people to come back and spend more money at your store.
Okay. And I know you've covered all the 3 series, but before we move on, are there some mistakes that people should avoid when setting up this series and these automated sequences?
I think it's easy to get overwhelmed and think, oh, there's so many sequences I can set up, or there's so many emails I can send. A lot of the time, like here I listed multiple emails for each series, right? Usually 3 to 4. It doesn't have to be that many. A lot of times just adding 1 extra email or 2 extra emails or just starting small. And even if it's like, okay, every week I'm going to add 1 automated sequence, if you just break it down and you don't let it overwhelm you, you're going to see much better results than if you try to sprint it out real quick and say, I'm going to get 10 automated sequences done this week. No, you're going to burn yourself out, and then you're not going to have any automation set up. So if you just break it down and make it as underwhelming as possible and as easy to execute, and just start really small. Like just start with the abandoned cart emails and go from there.
Okay. And if people want to reach you, how can they reach you? Where should they go?
Wrapping it up, I'd say now's the time to knock this out. So you're always going to be busy. So add this to your to-do list, delegate this to someone on your team, get the systems in place now so that when the big holiday shopping season rolls around, you're not stressed, you're not anxious, you're excited to see the sales roll in. And to help you get started with that, I basically put this podcast episode into a checklist that you can use as your email automation to-do list. So you can get that at wavebreak.co/OSI. And it's actually the exact checklist that I use to set up email automation for all of the e-commerce businesses that I work with.
Okay, Dylan, thanks for providing that checklist. Again, you can get to that checklist by going to Wavebreak. That's WAVE break break.co/OSI. Again, Dylan, thanks for being on the podcast and sharing about email marketing automation.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Robert. And if anyone has any questions or they want to get in touch, best way to reach me is via email, dylan@wavebreak.co. Thanks again for having me, Robert.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for listening to the e-commerce marketing podcast. Join the e-commerce marketing podcast Facebook group to learn, connect, collaborate, and grow with other e-commerce marketers at getosi.com/FB. Subscribe to us on iTunes by searching for e-commerce marketing podcast, and please leave a rating and a review. Thank you for listening. See you next time.